welcome back. My name is Cathie Fillion.
Welcome everybody, and I'm Steve Piacenza, and today we are going to show you how to create a spring Easter tree.
We're going to be taking faux Easter eggs, well, faux eggs, I guess we should say, from the dollar store, and we're painting them with all sorts of Apple Barrel and FolkArt paints, sealing them with the glitter Mod Podge to create that really cool garland.
Yes. And we're also going to show you how to do ornaments using dollar store wood embellishments, and we're going to just kind of layer stuff on top of them to make them look really cool.
And these are so great for kids to do. They can do these just quickly in an afternoon. And most of these wood cutouts come in big packs.
Yeah.
So if you got more than one kid, there'll be plenty for everyone to do it. Before we get started,
yes,
I do have a couple of show notes,
announce. Announce.
Please be sure to share this video with anyone who loves unusual trees, because that's such a trendy thing right now. Also hashtags Plaid Crafts and Mod Podge so that we can see what you're making, and maybe your projects can get featured on Fan Friday.
Yeah, we'd love to see what you guys have made. Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first thing we did is we found our eggs, and these we found at the dollar store. They had all different sizes. We like this size because we're going to be stringing them, making this garland right here with all different colors. Now we decided to do a pastel spring Easter tree.
Pastel, though.
Exactly. And here's all the colors that we're going to be using. Right over here, we're going to be using some Apple Barrel paint, some FolkArt paint. We like to mix all our great plaid paints up and create this garland, like I said, right here. So this is really easy to do. The first thing you're going to do, though, is, let me show you right here on our eggs, is you're going to be drilling holes on the top and on the bottom. You can use a hand drill like this. You can use a Dremel, whatever works for you. Just make sure you have that hole so you can string them through.
And that was kind of a two-man job.
It was a
two-man.
two-man,
So one of us
yes.
held him, so if you're doing this, you do need a helper for that.
A little bit, or you can put it in a vice type situation. So here's the egg that we're going to be doing here. We're going to be doing this turquoise color, and we're going to be using our Apple Barrel paint. And it's really simple. I'm using a sea sponge because we want that speckly look, this kind of marbleizy speckly look here. You can also paint these solid if you like, however you want to do it. And you can, choose your colors. Of course, we're doing a pastel rainbow tree. And I like to tap in with my sea sponge, tap off, and then you're just going to work all the way around. And you can see how those speckles come out. And you can control this, how much speckle you want, how much you don't want. You just work all the way around your egg until you get it to the look that you want. And it's really as simple as that. And you're gonna let this dry, set that aside, let it dry. And here's one that has dried. And then I'm going to be using the Mod Podge right here. This is the Mega Glitter, I can't even say that. The Mega Glitter
in hologram.
This is the hologram bottle, and this is the bottle that it comes in. I want to show you guys that because it gives such a great look. The hologram glitter, it's loaded, and you're just going to brush right on top of that.
The cool thing about the hologram glitter is that whatever color is underneath it, that's really gonna pop out. So this is Aurora Borealis glitter, and so it picks up all those different colors of the rainbow. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it on camera the best way, but
maybe not, but I'm gonna show them a dried one in a second. And then just add, you can add 1 coat or 2 coats, let that sit for 20 minutes before putting a second coat or a third coat. And here's one that's already dry, so you can kind of see that. This is 1 coat, look at how pretty that is. That just adds an extra little punch to our Easter eggs here.
I love all these colors, and I think one thing too to note is that if you only have a few colors of FolkArt paints, you can always mix white paint in it to create a pastel look. If you look at ours, we've got some darker pink and some lighter pink, and some of those colors we just mixed white paint in to create different hues. Yeah. Very simple.
So to string this, we just found this yarn, this pink yarn. This is kind of something from our craft room, so we didn't even go out and buy it. We just had it laying around and we loved it. And you're gonna tape, we're using a wire, you could use a skewer, you could use anything that works, and we just taped the yarn straight up there to the top, and you're just going to string that through, just like so. Let's make sure it goes through the bottom. And this took a little bit of time. because it was.
Well, this is a great.
It's finding the hole, you know.
I'm binge watching a movie. I'm watching a show, you know, and you can just sit there and string these up.
Okay, now I did this whole entire tree, and now I'm having trouble stringing it through. There we go. Ta-da! So it strings through, and then what we did is we put a pony bead in between each egg. Now you can use any kind of bead that you'd like, and you're just gonna put that right through, and then string the next one on there, and so on and so forth. So that's how it works. All the way down, and you put another egg right on top. And let's go right over here, and you can get a nice close-up of this Eddie. And just to show how this all kind of strings together with the pony beads in between. Very pretty, very nice. And again, you can color coordinate it with whatever spring colors you're doing.
I love this egg garland. It's such, and you know, that is true. If you wanted to just do like all pink and yellow, or if you're particular to greens, you wouldn't need to do the rainbow theme. You could do whatever colors, or you could do ombre. So if you love purple, do 5 different shades of purple. I mean, it would just be stunning. So
we actually got so into it that we made way too much garland. We could have wrapped this tree 3 times. So
the back of the tree has a long piece of garland hanging down.
We're gonna use the extra to put over the fireplace. Make a nice little mantle piece out of it. There we go.
I kept saying, I think we need to paint more. We need to paint more. And he's
like, I don't think so. We're done.
But yet we kept painting them.
Okay, let's move on to our other little ornaments.
And remember, we are going to be answering any of your questions live. I know these are pretty simple projects because we wanted to do something that was very family friendly for this episode. But if you do have any questions, please just drop them in the comments and we will get back to you on those. So next I want to show you how we did our kid-friendly ornaments. We've got 2 different versions. One is with a border of the Mega Glitter and one is with a background coating of it. And what we used is just some rainbow paper. And we use this paper actually as inspiration for our color choices. So you can let your paper help guide you in when you're doing color selection. We had started with a wood egg that was printed for doing markers. These came in a pack of 10. So this is great if you're doing this with many kids or something. But we didn't like this design, so we said, you know what, let's Mod Podge over it. We did paint the backs of them with the same sea sponge and the same paints that Steve did the eggs. So they've got pretty on the back too. So if you're looking, if the tree's in the middle of a room, no matter which way you look at it, you're gonna have a pretty view on these.
And we coordinated the colors of the eggs with the backs of these eggs.
Exactly, yes, so they match up. So the first thing you're gonna do is get your paper down. Well, the first thing we did was painted the backs. And for the paper, I like to trace with a pencil on the back side. That way you can erase any mistakes, you can trim it away easily. And I've got one that's pre-cut out. And we're just going to go ahead and add our Mod Podge gloss. That's the original formula. Add a little bit to the back here. And then we're gonna add a little bit to our paper. Not too thick of a coat, but I wanna make sure I get all those edges. And we'll just position that right on top. Kind of roll it into position. Again, this is, you know, really, really fun for kids. Grown-ups love it too, but if you've got some kids, and certainly right now, probably looking for some boredom busters. So this is a fun way that they can create some of their own Easter decorations. So that's that going down. Then once this is dry, about 15 minutes, I go in and give it a top coat. But right now for time, I'm just gonna top coat it right now. But if you wait a little bit longer, it helps with some bubbles and wrinkles.
And that's the gloss formula?
Yes, the gloss in the orange label. And that'll give it a little bit of shine. Now I wanna show you, I've got 2 that are drying, and I wanna show you the quick and easy glitter edge technique using the Mod Podge Mega Glitter in Hologram. That's the same one that Steve used to coat the eggs. And this is nice because it creates that same kind of, your ornaments are gonna match your garland. And to create that edge, I like to use a flat brush, not too big. I think this is about a 1/2 inch. I don't know, what do you think, Steve?
I think that
a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
5/8 maybe?
I think so.
Definitely not 1 inch or 7/8. 5/8, I think. Okay, so you just go around and see, just tap that If you want it to be perfect, you got to go real slow like this, but I kind of like it more, a little bit more organic looking. So you just work your way all the way around, and when it dries, it's gonna dry with that glitter edge. Can you guys see that glitter? It's got a lot. One of the things about Mega Glitter is that it has many different sizes of glitter. So it's got big glitter and little glitter.
And it also comes in gold and silver. So those are amazing too because it is loaded with glitter.
It's, you know what, we'll put a link in because we just did Make It with Mod Podge episode on all the glitters. And
so what do we use? Gold and?
Gold, silver, and polymer.
Three, that's right.
Now to create this overall look, which is one of my favorite things, we do this on lots and lots of projects. You're just going to take that same formula and you're just gonna brush it right onto your project. And when it dries, whoops, it's like getting away from me there. Just like that. When it dries, it won't have that milky look and you'll just have those flecks of glitter. So hopefully that's coming through for you. And then what we did was we just drilled a hole. We used the same yarn that we strung our eggs with just to create a hanger. And then we added these paper scrapbooking flowers. You can load these up with anything. If you wanted to cut out little bunny rabbit shapes from paper and Mod Podge those on top, you can. These we just glued these 3D embellishments just to give it a little bit of depth.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, that's
our Easter tree.
This was an excellent craft to do.
So let's have one more peek at our tree and our ornaments.
From top to bottom here, this is our tree that we did. So Cathie has had this pink tree forever. And we decided to pull it out of the attic and figure out what we wanted to do. So this was kind of our idea for a spring Easter tree.
Now the girls are loving it. They want it to be set up in their bedroom.
Yeah, I could see why.
But I think we're gonna have to wait on that and just have it be in the living room.
Now the other idea also is a lot of people do these with tree branches.
Yes.
So that also works very nice, and honestly, on top of the tree branch itself, the Mega Glitter works amazing. So,
yeah, if you painted, so the tree branches too, like I've seen a lot of people, well we did it on Creative Juice.
Put it in.
Sink it in the plaster and you can create these trees. So you can use the chalk paint, FolkArt home decor chalk, and then go over it with that. It would be so pretty.
All sorts of ways.
You can do pastel pink, I mean anything. Thanks so much for joining us
guys.
today.
Yes.
We know that getting away for a little crafty break is good for you. So come back and join us next Thursday and we will be here to make another craft with you.
And happy Easter to you all. See ya.